So that's where we are at this point in time in terms of the academic planning of the institution. You know, a lot of faculty and students and staff have been troubled by the events at 65 Fifth Avenue and the reports of illegal and illegal actions that have gone around that, of harassment and violence. The videos, images that we've seen, all of us have seen, and the photographs are deeply disturbing and saddening. As Joel said, today is not intended to actually come to any rushed judgment about who is right, who is wrong. It's not intended to even try and come up with a single narrative, as Joel said. It's really, we want to have, I know there's a lot of passions running around this institution, and it's a difficult time, but we need to treat this as a learning institution. We need to come together as an academic community now, while it's still raw, and debate these out as effectively as we can with each other. We are really just trying to establish, at this point, information. Going forward, we will institute other moves as we do gather more information about how we got to this point, how we can avoid this situation in the future, and what happened at that particular moment. But right now, we are just trying to allow everybody in this room now and in future sessions to just listen to each other and listen to different perspectives. And I would encourage you to just respect those different perspectives. Everybody in this room is going to strongly disagree with some perspective or other you hear tonight. But it needs to be heard. And each one of them, the people that are here in order to try and make this a better place. So I really do ask you to respect that. The fact that we've had students who have been arrested and charged, I'm very grateful and thankful that they've been released without bail, is, no matter where we think the rights and wrongs of the situation lie, is deeply saddening and troubling to all of us. It's the last thing in the world we ever want to see happen. It's an awful situation, and we need to put in place steps that avoid this in the future. So, excuse me. I'm going to make way for other presenters because there's quite a packed program, and I know a lot of people in this room will want to actually have a chance to talk and to voice their opinions. But and as I said before, there'll be further opportunities to move this forward. We will be setting up we'll be figuring out ways in the next couple of days about how best to gather the information that various people have and to go through that. Some concerns about police actions and student actions or faculty actions, administrative actions, we'll be trying to find a way to best address those and to funnel those. We're also in the beginning stages of reviewing the disciplinary procedures of the institution and also the policy on protests and demonstrations, both of which will engage the students and the faculty in that process, in order that everybody has a legitimate way of exercising their right to free speech, their right to make their feelings known, to demonstrate and to protest the issues that they have a commitment to. But we do owe it to our history and legacy and everyone that has built this place. We owe it to everyone involved in the institution now and the amazing commitment everyone here and outside of this room has to this place. And we owe it to the incredible potential of New School that the New School has to contribute to a better world going forward, to take these steps very seriously, soberly, and make this place a better place. Very few places, I solemnly believe, have the potential to continue to do this as we do here at New School. Despite everything, it's a genuine privilege to work for you and with you and on your behalf, and I'll be doing everything I can going forward to address the concerns and continue to build a sound university with strong governance structures, transparent budget and space and resource, procedures, student engagement, and so on, so that you feel proud of this institution, you feel proud to have been here, to have graduated from here, to work here, to set your careers here. But clearly what happened on Friday is not the way we're ever going to go forward. So I will now hand it over to other presenters, but we really need to find a new way forward from this very sad and dark moment. So thank you very much, and I'll pass it over.
Good evening, I'm Michael Schober, Dean at the New School for Social Research. I Actually, I'll be very brief because Tim said many of the things I would say. But speaking on behalf of the Council of Deans, I want to say again how committed we all are to the processes of reform that have been done through the minimum requirements document. To reiterate how troubled we also have been by the events of the last few days, how supportive we are of this evening's effort to open dialogue and understand what has happened, and that we all are very committed to being part of a process that allows us all to build the university we want and need this to be, and to engage in the kind of dialogue that represents the new school at its finest. So, thanks.
I'll stay here. I just have a few remarks on the role of the Senate. The University Faculty Senate has played a central role in response to the crisis in university governance at the new school since last December. And continuing this role, the co-chairs have been working closely with the provost, deans, and student representatives on issues raised by the occupation and the responses to it since Friday morning. The Senate will hold an emergency meeting tomorrow morning to discuss the facts as best we know them and to consider next steps. Now, the Senate is young, maybe 5 years old, about as long as it took to establish it. So I want to just take 1 minute and discuss the background and help clarify the Senate's role in all this. The bylaws state that the Senate's function is to deliberate and determine the faculty position on issues of concern to the faculty, to inquire into any matter of an educational or administrative nature that has implications for the academic function or welfare of more than one academic division of the new school, and to make recommendations expressed as advisory resolutions. Well, it doesn't say so in the bylaws, but at least as important a function, as we've seen over the last 4 months, is that the Senate facilitates the sharing of information among the faculty and convenes meetings of the faculty, and now works with the new Student Senate. As soon as we heard what had happened to Provost Westfall early December, we called a meeting of the senior faculty for the following day, December 10th, at which 77 of some 135 senior faculty attended, 20 hours notice. The no confidence votes taken that day were then followed over the next few days by votes of the full faculties of each division, which we helped coordinate. With the deans, the Senate then helped design and establish a search committee for an interim provost on which 2 Senate co-chairs sat, and helped frame the minimum requirements document that Tim just referred to, which called for a greatly empowered provost office. These minimum requirements were accepted by the president and the board. This was followed by the establishment of a series of important committees with substantial faculty and student representation, including one on space and facilities and another on socially responsible investment. The recommendations of the co-chairs for faculty representatives on those committees were accepted, but we're now working on a process by which the role of the faculty and student senates in the appointment of faculty and student representatives to these committees is formalized. The occupation, the university's response, and NYPD's response raised critical issues of concern to the faculty and of implications for the academic function and welfare of all the divisions. So the Faculty Senate will begin its deliberations tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. upstairs in the Orozco room to determine our responses. All full-time and part-time faculty should share their views with their Senate representatives in each division. And we'll work with Tim and the deans to organize additional public forums such as this one. Thank you.